All right. Good morning and welcome back once again to Hope and Freedom. Today, the 2nd of February 2026. We do have on the platform this morning Pastor Donaldo Besio Corey, the DG Truth Legacy Platform, appealing to the federal government under His Excellency President Bola Tinubu received an appeal for disbursement this week to uphold this week's scheduled disbursement as a standing order that can be postponed any further for the good of the nation. Pay attention to him on this wise. Pastor Donald Obesai, your time.
Good morning, honorable ladies and gentlemen, and a happy new month. I couldn't come our way yesterday, being first day of the month of February, because of my ministerial engagements. It couldn't happen. The truth is, I have the followers, my true followers. I have you all in mind at all times. Whether you did subscription through me, or you did through my sister, Madam Gosi Israel, or you did through my sister, Ambassador Nyeka. Any of these people you are following, you are equally following me, because all of us, three of us, are together. Now, there is something that has been a very deep concern to me. Living in the world that is highly deceptive and self-centered, it is something that calls for engagement that will be able to deliver results. To start with, I want to say glory be to the Almighty God who has led us through the turbulent moment, stormy season, and successfully brought us to a moment we are assured that nothing any longer shall stop us. We give him the glory. He is the only one to receive the glory and the praise of what is coming before us. And so we thank the Lord for his mercy, his faithfulness over us. Coming on the fact that is on ground, I want to give thanks to God for who he has been for us in the life of our stakeholders, the chairman and his colleagues. You guys have done marvelously, and you are still doing marvelously. And I know that by the help of the living God, we are surely going to have unhindered breakthrough, unhindered victory. By the help of the living God, we are going to have unhindered breakthrough, unhindered victory. A lot of things have happened which we know. Everyone in the Grant community that wants to be sincere, that wants to be unbiased, we know that the delay was never the making of the stakeholders, neither the making of the IMF, nor the World Bank, but it is an internal thing. It is an internal thing happening within the government system. That is just the truth. So it's not something that is hidden. That is why we prefer a system that lobbies, a system that understands the system, a system that understands the system. That is why we are always telling the Grant community to have faith in the stakeholders. By the mercy of God, as they have said that it is going to be this week, every one of us have become tired, and also not just tired but exhausted in terms of the every week syndrome. We are tired and exhausted about it, sincerely speaking. But the only difference between some of us, like myself, Madam Gosi Israel, Ambassador Nyeka, the difference between us and some other people also that have clarity, good understanding of what is going on, is that we have knowledge that the stakeholders, IMF, World Bank, are doing marvelously for the Nigerian public, for the Nigerian civil populace, the citizens of Nigeria who are in this grand project. And that is why you don't see us give up. When there is a proper system lobbying for you, it's just a matter of time. That thing will happen. How God was able to knit these things together is something that we cannot understand. That's just the truth. We can't understand it. So everything that the Lord has fixed up together for us towards successful disbursement cannot be aborted by the hand of a man. Wickedness in the places of authority cannot abort it. It's just a matter of time, and that very time, by the mercy of God, has come. I want to say at this time, this is not a season of quarreling with people or with those of us that showed you guys the way. Some of you are damnly wicked. Just because this thing did not come through you, you turned against us. Everybody cannot serve as a savior at the same time. Saviors are born in Zion. It is a covenant thing. There are people appointed by God to use at a particular point in time to deliver a particular result. You don't fight them. You don't oppose them, because when you fight them or you oppose them, you will not materialize to anything. Instead, you continue to experience more disgrace and failure. So by the grace of God, this very season of celebration has come. Once again, I don't know somebody, I don't know the person that made a voice note, because that voice note I heard has no name, that claimed I, Pastor Donald, Madam Gozi Israel, and also Ambassador Zit, I think something of that nature was said, that we were in the press conference. There is nothing that concerns me with the press conference. I am not a stakeholder. I am not a grant handler. I am only one of those that coordinated the program. And if there is anything like somebody seeking for attention, that attention should be sought directly to Nigerian government. That is what I believe in. And I think that is what the stakeholders are doing. That is the reason three of us are anchoring strongly under them. If you follow somebody 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, what the person is telling you is what is happening. What makes you not to understand that this person is telling you the truth? I followed the stakeholders 6 solid months, studying them to know exactly the truth behind these things. And within that 6 months of careful study of what is going on, remained consistent. There was prevailing truth. Other information will come from other quarters. At the end, when the stakeholders will drop information, it will be what will happen. A sensible human being will be able to say, these are the people that we're supposed to follow. That's the truth, because they have the truth. And by the mercy of God, as the government of Nigeria has finally come out to say it is going to be this week, which is the agreement they made last week in their meeting on Thursday. We are believing God that, I don't want to mention the particular day in this week. So we are believing God that this week they have said shall not be what they used to do. It shall be a week of delivery. I want to also use this time to say, Nigerian government, it is important you realize that when you lose your own citizens, you will be empty. There is a high level of affliction, suffering. Go to hospitals. Government used to visit hospitals to see what is going on there. Go to hospitals by yourself as a president. You go to hospital as a Senate president also. You go to hospital, House Speaker, you go to hospital and see what is going on in your hospitals. How people are dying in the hospitals on daily basis. Some of them are dying because there is no medication. Some of them are dying because they cannot afford the bill. Yes, they can't afford the bill. You see them die. Some of them are dying not because they wanted to die, but there is no enabling environment for them to thrive in business. What is the joy that a government will derive that your citizens are perishing, languishing in the midst of plenty? There is no country that God blessed the way God blessed Nigeria, that the citizens are suffering the way Nigerians are suffering. No country. And it is important that this very time around will be a time of making a proof that you that are in the government, from the president, His Excellency Mr. Chief Alhaji Bola Tinubu, to Senate President, His Excellency Godswill Akpabio, House Speaker, and the rest of them in government, more especially those of you, both the man in the CBN, those of you that are handling this project, please, it is time to have human feeling for once. Have human feeling, have human spirit. Nigeria is not hellfire, where nothing works than penury, than affliction, than sorrow. There is no any single day I have come to see, over the years, I have come to see Nigerians jubilating that something good has happened. No. And this very grant program is something that a government should be able to fast track. Not only just for the citizens, but also for your own posterity. That the world will be able to say, yes, during the time of His Excellency Alhaji Bola Tinubu, that was the time this grant happened. That was the time there was a mass economical liberation, financial empowerment that enabled a lot of people that want to be profitable to go into farming, into different aspects of agriculture, into industrialization, into technology, and into other things, manufacturing. And then the economy will begin to stabilize. Policy that you stay in the offices there and make that has no direct implication and involvement of the citizens positively is useless. It doesn't mean anything at all. It doesn't. So we should migrate from just sitting in the offices, enacting policies, to making sure that the citizens not coming out. You come out and give somebody. You come out and give out 50,000 naira to somebody, 100,000 naira to somebody, and you say it is an empowerment. What type of empowerment is that? If such a money is given to your child, will your child be happy? Talk of you being happy. So we should move from just engaging the people, using the strategy of disarming the people economically, disarming the people socially, in order to make sure that they are eventually subjugated to death. That is not the way to live life. Some of us have been silent, following, and some of us have been outspoken. But when you begin to carry out social experiment, consulting people, asking questions, you find out that almost 90% or 90-something% of Nigerians are fed up with this government. And it is dangerous. It is dangerous. A little thing, for instance, you see a tanker that fell, highly loaded with fuel, and then people are passing, the oil is dripping until the oil started flowing. Nobody was able to do anything to stop it. And suddenly one reckless thing happened. One careless thing happened. Maybe an ordinary spoon can fall on the ground there and it will spark fire. Go and check it. It will spark fire. The tanker will not only burn. Any place that fuel has been flowing to, all of them will be under fire. That is how anti-government operation can spark crisis all over. It can spark destruction all over. And I don't understand why in Africa we allow ourselves to continue to attack ourselves, eat ourselves, as if to say we are carnivorous. It is wrong. Please, may this week be the week that we settle all these things. Some of us have received a lot of bad name. The government should be able to go to social media. The government, those people you assign to handle social media activities for, you should be able to go to social media and see what is going on social media. The level of report going on against Nigerian government. And then a good government is to sit down. You say, oh, the public is complaining about this. You come up and do something about it. And not only do something, you come up, address it. You address it. That is why we have national television, we have social media outlets that you can use and communicate very effectively. And people will be able to know, yes, this government has us at mind. May this very weekly proposal for disbursement end this week. It will give joy to Nigerians. It will also make your government, His Excellency Bola Tinubu, to be recognized globally as people-oriented, people-driven governance. There was a time I said something that I don't know your advisors. I don't know what the work they are doing. Advisors, you go into the streets, you go into the marketplaces, you go into schools, you go into hospitals, depending area you are given your job to do. You bring back reality report to your guy, not sugar-coated report. Not sugar-coated report. Anybody that is a servant to anyone should be able to know that, yes, I am a servant to this man for this man to succeed. Not just to be collecting weekly allowances, daily allowances, monthly allowances, annual allowances. That is not the reason any of you is occupying public office. You are there in the public office in order that you will be able to work for the Nigerian citizenry. I also want to use this time to tell everyone in the Grant community, remain strong. Never allow anything to take your to take your life. If you die at this moment that this blessing is ready, what it simply means is that you are the loser. You are the loser. You are the loser. Don't allow anything to make you to die at this time. It's very, very important. The issue that has to do with Elomam, I don't want to talk about it because already some people have been able to address it. You were invited and you attended an invitation. As a person, I am not saying this because I am part of the coordinators of Pioneer, but I am saying it as a matter of truth, integrity, and honesty. What you did there was a wrong one. You left something in your, imagine a situation, somebody is carrying a log of wood on his eyes, then a little particle of dust in another man's eye is what you went to be blowing off, whereas the log of wood in your own eyes is there. History is good to educate and to direct. History, it is good to educate and direct. That is all I want to say there. I don't want to go any further in that matter. I want to say, as there is a strong promise from the government of Nigeria, as communicated to us through the stakeholder we are working on, that is the chairman of the stakeholders, that the government, IMF, World Bank has come to a consensus at this very point in time. I said it is happening in a particular day in this week. That is what we believe. Therefore, we want to use this time on behalf of the entire Grant community to tell the government of Nigeria, we are happy, but don't do what you used to do before. When it is getting to that time, CBN will not do anything. Let it happen at this time. Allow this money to be released to the citizens, so those that subscribed, so that you at least watch out and see what your citizens will do with the money. Watch out and see what will happen. Within the space of 3 months, 6 months, you see a lot of positive engagement. The reason you have insecurity here and there and outside the religious matters and all those issues is because people are not properly engaged, meaningfully engaged. When a man is profitably and meaningfully engaged, the man will not have any time. He won't have any time to go into social vices. The person will not. But when somebody is hungry, then this and that, you will see the person after enduring the hunger a week, 2 weeks, and the hunger a week, 2 weeks, nothing is happening. Pressure school fees from the family members and all such things. The person will begin to look for a way to cut corners to meet up. It is natural within human. It is natural with a human. When a human being faces pressure, trouble over a period of time, that person will begin to devise a means. It's only somebody with a very high sense of godliness that will endure. But someone without a high sense of godliness can begin to enter into all sorts of social vices in order to meet up. So please, may this very season be a season that you will allow the Nigerian people in the Grant community to say thank you. To say thank you to the Almighty God, and also to say thank you to your own government, His Excellency, Alhaji Bola Tinubu. This is the highest thing that I feel God has brought into your hands to do for Nigerians. This is the highest thing. May God bless every one of us. May God bless the IMF. May God bless the World Bank. May God bless the stakeholders. And may God bless the Central Bank of Nigeria as they are going to do what God has entrusted to their care for Nigerians this time. Thank you so much. I remember Pastor Donald Abasekwere, the DG, the Truth Legacy Platform. Today is 2nd of February, 2026. I say it is our moment of lifting our shout of celebration. And as the 10 drops, please prove to the world that we are people passionate for development of ourselves and our lives. As you profitably engage the money into something that is useful. If anybody is telling you about another grant after this money is disbursed, slow down. Don't be in a hurry to invest. Use the one that is available and profit yourself into a meaningful venture. Have a very wonderful beginning of the week. Bye.